Hey guys, second attempt at recording this video today because we did get rudely interrupted and we can't be having that, can we? So today we're back with another request, and today we are with Pochettino's 4-2-3-1 PSG side. They have played a 4-3-3 in the past. They are very attacking. This formation, the custom tactics, does allow it to move into a 4-3-3 or almost a triple attacker formation, but it also does at times change into a two-striker formation or a two-attacker formation, as it were. But recently, in the last couple of games, it has been quite productive with a 4-2-3-1. And that's what we're going with today. So we'll get into it for you. So I've not got a full PSG side. As I say, this is just purely for the video. So I've dropped in as many as I can, as my club's a little bit dry there, and I'm rocking a Bundesliga side. But we'll drop into the tactics. So PSG are super attacking. They don't give you a minute to breathe, and they want that ball all the time, and they want the ball in the back of the net. So with that reason, we're going to go into constant pressure, and this is the 4-2-3-1 second variant, so the wide variant. However, PSG don't play that wide. They generally play a lot through the middle, build up the play, and we'll touch on later how this formation is going to become a little bit wider. You can drop that width further, but on defence, I just move it up to the 4 just to stop them runs down the side. And your depth, you can move it on to 10 if you want. I wouldn't recommend that until Team of the Season drops 4 if you are playing a purely PSG side or a League One side, purely because they've not got the fastest defenders at the moment. Unless you're running fullbacks at centre back, which, but anyway, but otherwise, just helps with that counter attack for the moment. But you can, if you're comfortable, if you're attacking, if you're not too worried, if you're just going to outscore your opponents, then by all means bang it on 10. Offensive style, not much to say here. Possession based football. They get the ball, they ping it about, they frustrate their opponents, they swarm their opponents with constant pressure and that possession, and with a couple of player instructions. Your idea is to be on the ball, get it up the pitch as fast as possible, give it to one of your hitmen, and get it in the back of the net. Restart, repeat. Width, as I say, on attacking, dropped it down to 3. I personally have dropped my formation down to 2 at the moment because I don't like to play wide at all. I play a very possession-based football. Fast moving, but 3 sits quite well, again for the reasons that we'll move into later. Players in the box, 7. As I say, very attacking side. PSG, because you're playing such a high line, you're aiming to win that ball back on the edge of their box or no further down than the halfway line, and then getting it back in again. So then players in the box up to 7 allows that fully attacking threat, people pushing up all the time, and then with the player instructions, you're just swarming. So all you've got to watch out for is them long through balls, which again we try and do the best we can with what tactics are available for player instructions down the line. Corners and free kicks, subjective. PSG do play. I'd put it up to 4 if you want to be lifelike. Again, at the moment though, because of that counter attack, I've dropped it down to 2 for the sake of this video. Once them Team of the Season French league players start coming in, there are a couple of French defenders out there now, especially from the Bundesliga, and Lacroix and the guy who dropped yesterday, the Dortmund defender, I can't remember his name. They can cover you in the meantime with some good links there. So highly subjective on them too. So player instructions, as I say, we're in the 4-2-3-1 wide formation, but we're playing very narrow and we're playing very high. So we'll start at the back. So you've got your keeper, or cheeky little Keylor Navas usually. We're going to have him on coming for the crosses and the sweeper keeper. So while your players are tracking back and wanting to get back into possession to shut them gaps down, then little Navas there is going to be running out and swarming them gaps in the area for you. And then also on the corners, if you're not too comfortable with bringing your keeper out, he will come out for them crosses as well, those cheeky little cutbacks and those lofted through balls that people like to do in your area. So that will stop that for you, or at least help with it. Centre backs, we don't change, just leave on basic and just normal and stay back. Your fullbacks are both on join the attack, normal interceptions and overlap. So what that does, it gives you, again, because PSG are a highly attacking side, your back line is going to be sat just before the halfway line anyway, so it gives you that option and a little bit of width. They are going out wide. And then it gives a bit more option for you to in attack, but it also counts as a diversion for your opponent as well. So that's the same on both sides with fullbacks, or wingbacks as they are. Defensive midfielder. So depending on who you've got, you have your more defensive minded. I mean, at this stage of the game, everybody's that well rounded anyway. But you definitely want somebody with pace in this position and good stamina. So cut passing lanes to shut that middle down. Again, on the counter attack, they're going to drop between defenders. And that, again, because you've got your wing backs pushing up, PSG always leave that back line covered again. So with him covering the centre, cutting that passing line, and just sort of pushing you into sort of a 3 at the back while your wingers have gone. And then they'll come back straight into attack, pass it off to one of your other midfielders, switch the play, and then you're gone again. So cut passing lanes, drop between defenders, normal interceptions, and cover centre. What we've done with Rafinha on this side, because he's more attack minded, again fitting with the PSG logic, we've got balanced defence this time, balanced attack, aggressive interceptions, and also covering centre. So this allows, again, that threat up front to push forward, to keep, help you out in them attacking situations, but also pressure the box. He's not going to run too far out of possession, but he's also got that aggressive interception on the edge of the box, so they can lay it off either. Usually, depending who's playing out of the wing, Neymar, Mbappe's played there, Moise Kean, but I think he's at Everton still. Them sort of players over on the left, but it also, and you'll see what we're doing with Di Maria on the right in a minute, it gives options there, but also back up in defence to get that ball back because of the constant pressure and fight for it on the edge of their box, and just, as the title says, constantly pressure. So we'll go with the left side. So as I say, it depends who he's playing here. Like I say, I'm not sure if there's a Moise Kean card for you fans out there. Like I say, I think he is still, or he was on loan. I'm sure he's still on loan in the Prem. But you've got come back on defence to cover your wing backs while they're attacking. But they're also going to cut inside, get in behind, and get in the box for the cross. And that's just on this left-hand side. So normally, if you have had Neymar and Mbappe playing out here on this left-hand side, that is exactly what they do. They sort of bring the ball in, cut inside, and then they're an absolute another threat. So either one of the midfielders runs up, bombs up, and gets on the end of it. The cam offers a threat, and then obviously being the calibre player that plays out on the left for PSG, again, it just gives them an option to whip it in. So the opponent's always thinking, where's this attack going to come from? Is he going to lay it off to somebody else? Is he going to switch play and finesse it in? It's just that left-hand side at PSG, the whole team is an attack, to be fair, but that left-hand side is lethal, and that's what this will do for you. So come back in defence, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for the cross. Over on the right-hand side, Di Maria, who's been around the world, again, come back on defence. Now, he's the slower player, and he's more of the footballing brain on the right-hand side over at PSG. So he plays more like a traditional winger in the sense, but not with the pace. He can still hoof it up and down the pitch, but he's become more tactically minded now. So come back on defence to obviously dig you out at the back should your wingers overlap, wing back, sorry. Cuts inside as well, so brings him in. So this is what I was saying earlier in the video, where it sort of pushes it into a 4-3-3, or even a 2-striker information is what you'll see with the tactic with Neymar. So your wingers are cutting inside with Mbappe, but because Di Maria's on come short, depending on where your other player is, he'll either move into a second striker formation, or it'll sort of go to like a 4-2-2 and move over with the left-hand side sort of cutting in. Neymar might drop back or push forward, and then Di Maria will come in again. You got balanced crossing runs and normal interceptions on Di Maria and Coke. Neymar, as I say, some people like to play out on the left. I think Pochettino's been playing FIFA because his best position is cam in game, although he can play as a striker as well, or a forward. So with Neymar, you want him on basic defensive support. You don't want him hoofing it down the patch, as he doesn't in real life. I mean, he will dig out again, but it's all situational. Getting in the box for cross, free roam, and normal interception. So what this does is sort of allowed him to be almost a false nine, that he's just going to sort of, when your players are, because his attacking AI is so good, so say your left-hand player does cut in, then Neymar might drift out wide a little bit to give you an option there. Same with Di Maria if he comes short. Same with Mbappe. If Mbappe drops short to come back and help, then Neymar will steam forward into the box and give you an option there. So again, it's just confusing the opponent, and Neymar being the threat he is and so versatile, PSG, that's why Pochettino's put him there, because he just can move into any position across that attacking line and be an absolute threat from anywhere. So that translates quite well with these instructions. So basic defensive support, getting in the box crosses, free roam, and normal interceptions. And then last but not least, the absolute Ninja Turtle himself, who looks a spitting image of my friend. Again, you've got multiple options here with Mbappe. So for support runs, you have him on back. You can have him on stay central if you want. But because of the instructions of how you've got with Di Maria supporting, Neymar supporting, and whoever you've got out on the left there, like I say, you can change it up. There's options. You can have Draxler through the middle if you want. Neymar out wide. You can play Mbappe out wide if you want. But whoever's in this position, and we're going with the Mbappe up front tactic. Balance width. So with the balance width, I mean, you can have him drift wide. The difference I've tried with drift wide is they go a bit too wide, and I'm not a wide player. But the formation width does keep that in check a bit. But we've got balance width, getting behind, normal interceptions, and stay forward. So Mbappe is just, you know how he's like in game anyway, you know what he's like in real life, and he just gives that ultimate threat. But when he's being backed up with Neymar's, your Draxlers, your Moise Keans, if you're bringing him back into the club, you know, there's just threats everywhere. And that's generally it, guys. So the only thing that you need to watch out for at the moment is those counter-attacks. Obviously, feel free to tinker about with it as much as we can. But if you want Pochettino's sort of tactics and formation, then that's about what we can do for you today. So as always, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I keep asking, and I'm not seeing the thumbs up, I'm not seeing the you know, in the likes, and I'm not seeing the subscribers. Again, I enjoy doing these videos, but I do want to see my channel grow as well. I don't want to join party with this guy. That's one of my son's friends, who he's not taking the hint that he's not here today. Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll leave that one with you. I'm going to get rid of these party invites, and stay safe, enjoy your gaming, and until next time, peace and love, guys.